Chapter 12. Scientific Perspectives and Studies. The spiritual realm of Kaal Bhairav intersects with scientific inquiries, prompting investigations into the psychological, physiological, and sociological impacts of the deity's worship and practices. This chapter aims to explore the scientific perspectives and studies regarding the phenomenon of Kaal Bhairav. Scientifically, the impact of sound and vibrations on the human body and the environment has gained attention. Studies exploring the effects of repetitive chanting, similar to the recitation of mantras, have suggested positive implications on mental focus, emotional well-being, and stress reduction. While not specific to Kaal Bhairav, these studies hint at the potential psychological benefits of chanting practices associated with the deity. Additionally, the neurological aspects of chanting and meditation practices akin to those involved in worshipping Kaal Bhairav have attracted scientific interest. Research has indicated that these practices can influence brainwave patterns, potentially inducing states of relaxation and increased mental clarity. This suggests a potential scientific basis for the reported psychological benefits associated with Kaal Bhairav's rituals. Moreover, the impact of meditation on stress reduction and mental well-being aligns with the contemplative practices often linked to the worship of Kaal Bhairav. Scientific research has highlighted meditation's potential to reduce stress, improve emotional regulation, and enhance cognitive functions, aspects that resonate with the psychological impacts reported by Kaal Bhairav's devotees. The phenomenon of psychological surrender, central to the emotional aspects of Kaal Bhairav's worship, has also piqued scientific curiosity. Studies on the psychology of surrender and its effects on stress management and emotional resilience align with the concept of surrender to a higher force prevalent in the worship of deities like Kaal Bhairav. From a sociological perspective, the sense of community and emotional support fostered in temples dedicated to Kaal Bhairav mirrors findings in studies on communal worship. Research suggests that community worship creates a sense of belonging, emotional support, and a shared identity, factors visible in the gatherings devoted to the deity. The impact of cultural and spiritual practices on emotional stability and well-being has been a subject of scientific interest. Studies on cultural influences on mental health indicate that spiritual practices, including rituals and chants, can play a significant role in emotional regulation and stress reduction. This highlights the potential psychological impacts associated with the worship of Kaal Bhairav. While not exclusive to Kaal Bhairav, the psychological, emotional, and social implications observed in various scientific studies resonate with the reported impacts of the deity's worship. These scientific investigations offer potential explanations for the psychological and emotional benefits derived from the practices associated with Kaal Bhairav. The chapter endeavors to illuminate the scientific perspectives and studies related to the practices associated with Kaal Bhairav. By examining the scientific inquiries into meditation, chanting, and communal worship, it aims to offer a glimpse into the potential psychological, emotional, and sociological impacts associated with the deity's worship and rituals. This chapter investigates the potential scientific underpinnings and studies associated with practices linked to Kaal Bhairav, exploring the psychological, emotional, and sociological impacts that resonate with the reported effects observed in the worship of the deity.